Hi everybody, welcome to Yoga Express. There is in fact a live Yoga Express happening in about 2 minutes, so I hope you can join me. If you're here, wonderful, great. Get comfy, find your position on your mat, and we will get started. But I wanted to give a couple extra seconds here because I didn't have a live class for the last 2 weeks. Just kind of get back in the swing of things, and we are having a yoga session today. So hope you're excited, hope you're happy. I know I am. I definitely missed it. Get situated and let's get going. I would like to say that I won't miss 2 weeks again, but that is not going to be the case because I got summoned for jury duty. District Court, I have to go into Concord for 2 Tuesdays in December, more than likely. Obviously, you get to call in advance and see if it's a true thing, but as of right now, 2 Tuesdays, man. Not cool, but I don't think teaching a yoga class is going to be a good excuse for getting a jury duty. So, all right, so we're getting the position that we want. We have another couple seconds before we officially start, but that doesn't mean you can't get comfy. Sitting however we like. So, if you have never come to a Yoga Express with me before, hi, my name is Jem, and we do an Express Yoga class. So that is 30 minutes when you don't have time for the whole 45. You can even do this in little chunks. Maybe you do the first 15 minutes or the second 15 minutes. You do what you need to do, and that's why we're here. So we have about 2 or 3 minutes centering at the beginning, 2 or 3 minutes centering at the end. And then we just kind of go through a little bit of a flow. You don't even have to change your clothes if you don't want to. Just kind of getting you out of your zone, your work zone. Maybe it's the beginning of your lunch break. Okay, so settling on in. 2 minutes of nice, quiet, controlled breathing. Gratitude lists, body scans, all that stuff's wonderful and good. But quiet for 2 minutes is the key. So. Take 2 more breaths, nice and slow. And wherever you are, you're going to lay down on your back. I want you to bring those knees in. I want to give them a good squeeze. I want to rock a little side to side, front to back, whatever feels good. And I want you to drop 1 foot, cross that other leg over. Let's grab behind and just do a nice little figure 4 recline pigeon stretch. So I have a nice active foot, this foot here, this one across. My toes are pointed up towards the ceiling. My other foot is in the same position, but so my feet are facing the back wall. So just Just breathing here. If I want to lift my head and neck, I can. Otherwise, I'm just relaxing my upper body here. Let's drop that foot. Let's continue crossing that leg over. And let's drop those knees to one side. Hands just on the hips or the waist. Coming back to center. Let's uncross. Let's cross the other leg over in our figure four. We're grabbing behind and we're lifting that leg up. So remember, our feet are flexed. So we're pointing those toes up towards the ceiling on this bottom leg. And the top leg, those toes get pointed to the back wall. So we're really activating those calves. And we're going to drop it down. We're going to continue that cross over. And then drop those knees to one side, hand on the hips of the belly. Coming back to the center, uncross the feet. Grab one foot. Actually, I'm going to grab this one so you can see. I'm either grabbing the inner arch, I'm grabbing the toe, or I'm grabbing the outer arch. Whatever seems to fit with me today. And I'm just going to kind of bend and flex that foot. And then once that seems good, I'm just going to let it hang out here. I feel a little stretch in the hamstring. Depending on how long your arms are, how long your legs are, what your flexibility is. Maybe you have a lot more of a straight leg than I do, but maybe you're here. That's fine. All right, let's do the same thing on the other side. So wherever you grabbed on the other foot, maybe you grab the same spot, maybe you grab a different, no worries. And rocking side to side, up, down. Let's do a couple flexes and extensions first. All right, let's hold it there, adding a little play if we want. And then releasing it down. Beautiful. Lay on your side. Kind of tucking those knees in. And let's take this top arm, open it up. So I'm feeling a nice stretch all in my chest. I'm going to come back to the center. I'm going to bring those hands into prayer in the middle. I'm going to bring my knees to prayer in the middle. I'm going to do the same thing on the side. So I'm going to cross and lay my back, lay on my side. And I'm going to take that top arm, come up and over. You can look the way your arm is pointing. You can look the way your belly button's pointing. You can look up at the ceiling. Wherever you feel like you're getting a nice, good stretch. If you don't feel like you're getting enough of a stretch, maybe you lean your torso a little bit closer to the way your belly button is pointing. It will intensify the stretch. All right, let's bring back those hands just in the middle. Come through prayer position. Come back on your back. And now we're going to roll all the way onto your stomach. A couple seconds here, shake out those legs, and come into a Sphinx. So our hands spread nice and wide. The weight is on our forearms. We're just lifting up and doing a nice stretch of the torso. All right, while this torso is stretching, I literally want you to squeeze the butt release the butt. Squeeze the butt, release the butt. It's silly, I know. 2 more. Squeeze the butt, release, and squeeze, and release. I want you to do the same thing with your shoulders. I want you to squeeze them up, and release. Squeeze them up, and release. Squeeze them up, and release. And 1 more. Squeeze them up, and release. Look all the way down to the ground. By doing these squeezes and contractions, we can relax those body parts a little bit more. And then look up and out. So point that chin out, and we're kind of looking up at a diagonal. Okay, and release. Let's tuck 1 set of toes under, then tucking the other set. And then we're going to push up, and then walk our hands to meet our feet, or our feet to meet our hands, whatever works. Come to the center of your mat, relaxing, letting that head and neck relax and hang and be free. And slowly, slowly, slowly rolling on up. Taking time when you get up here to do anything that you need to do. Shake it out. We're going to bring 1 arm up and over. And then switch, very prima ballerina style. Up and over. 1 more time each side. Up and over. And up. And over. Beautiful. All right, let's come to the side, facing the side, whatever side you want. We're doing a nice little chair. Okay, so we're going to bring those arms in front. We're going to sit back. We're going to bring our weight in our heels. We can bring our toes up off the ground if we so desire to do so. And we're using our arms as a counterbalance. All right, so let's sit back. And come up. 2 more times like that, same depth. If you want to change it, that's fine. Up. If you want to have your arms down, up high, whatever it happens to be, whatever suits you best. And come up. And 1 more time, down. And up. All right, you're ready to do a little sit and twist. So hands are kind of in prayer. And I'm going to sit back in that chair, and I'm going to bring this elbow to this knee. Okay? So let's sit back, and we're twisting. If you want to have your hands in more of a fist and a cover, that's fine too. I find that a little bit more relaxing my wrists. Come on. Shake it out. We're going to do that side 1 more time. Same thing. So you can either have your hands here, or I have them here. All right, let's sit back and twist. See if you can get a little bit more comfortable in this twist. Release those arms, come on up. Shake out. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. A shorter one, and then a little bit of a longer one. So I'm gonna bring this to here. All right, ready? And let's twist. And come on up. Shake it on out. Other set, or other repetition, a little bit longer. And let's go. Breathing into it. All right, come on down, release it, roll back up, roll the shoulders back, roll the shoulders back, roll the shoulders back. Same thing the other way. Forward, up and down, forward, up and down, forward, up and down. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna do that figure 4, this time standing. So if you need to hold on for balance, highly recommend. There's no shame in the balance game. In fact, even if I don't feel like I need balance assistance, I'm still gonna use it because I can really concentrate on stretching and releasing of those muscles than worrying about being wiggly. All right, so holding on to a chair, wall, couch, whatever you got. Let's cross one leg over. Remember, we're pointing those toes, or we're flexing those toes as compared to pointing them. So they're gonna be pointing down to the ground. All right, making out figure 4, and I'm gonna sit back. Relaxing my upper body as much as possible. I'm not holding on here for dear life. All right, roll one up. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Crossing over, toes pointing down. Let's sit back and relax, breathe. All right, come on up. Coming to the center of our mat, turning sideways, bringing those arms up, little back bend. Hold here for a second. And then let's one dive through. Bring those hands to the ground, bending those knees generously. Hands on the ground, bring one foot back, bring the second foot back. We're in plank. We're holding for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. We're dropping those knees. We're sitting back in child pose for about 2 breaths. We're coming forward and we're coming into downward dog. Knees bent as generously as you need them to be. Nice, straight, flat back. Let's take one leg, let's bring it back behind us. Bend that knee, bring it on in. And put that leg on the ground. Knee towards 3 o'clock, foot towards 9 o'clock. You knew this was coming. Our full pigeon. So we did the other 2 variations. We gotta do the real thing. So we're holding up here for a second, a couple more seconds, finding anything you need to do, any side to side motion. If you want to stay up here, wonderful, great, please enjoy. Otherwise, coming down to the mat, hands supporting your head, maybe your head's on the mat directly. Two more breaths, breathing in to that hip joint, focusing all your attention there, trying to release. All right, let's bring those arms up. Let's tuck those back toes under, lift up, come back to plank, and let's come to downward dog. Lift that other leg up and back. Bend that knee, bring it on in, and set up on the other side. So knee goes one way, feet go the other. 9 and 3. So we're up high, waving, making movement, feel good. And we're either staying up here or we're heading down towards the mat. Coming back up on those hands. Tucking those back toes under. And we're coming back to a plank. Let's hold this plank for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Drop those knees back into child's pose. 2 breaths. Rolling through to tabletop. Let's do a couple cat-cows because we're here and we can. Let's do 1 more of each. All right, let's do our upper body stretch. So we're here on all 4s. Weight is distributed equally. I'm gonna leave my right hand on the mat and I'm gonna bring my left hand up to the sky. And if I wanna look that way and I can see out my hair, wonderful, great. And let's thread it through that armpit chest and bring that left ear to the mat. Right hand can stay where it lives, where it is, or it can migrate left, right, up, or down. Push ourselves back to table. Let's do 2 more cats and 2 more cows. All right, left hand is on the mat, right hand is up in the air. And let's thread that hand and arm through, right ear on the mat. And your left hand is adjusting to move where it used to be for the most support for you. All right, let's push it back up. Back through tabletop. Let's just do a little side to side tail swing in action. Come back to center. Let's go back into downward dog. So we're tucking those toes under and coming back into downward dog. 2 breaths here. Let's bring that right leg up behind you. Bend that knee. Bring it in. Bring that foot on the ground. Let's come right into a high lunge here. You can go low if you need to, no worries. When you're ready, roll on up. Finding your balance, making sure that your legs are wide enough for the support that you need today. And then bring those arms up, straight up. Sitting back into that back foot. And if you want to do a little back bend, cool. Otherwise, you're staying here a couple more seconds. All right, let's bring those arms back down to the ground. Step that foot back into plank. And come back into downward dog. Let's take the left leg, bring it back behind. And bring that knee in. Put that foot on the ground. And when you're ready, roll on up. If you're staying low, stay low. Getting yourself situated. And then hands come up. And if you did a back bend on one side, try it on the other. See how it feels. Now let's bring those hands back down. Back into plank. And we're going to hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. And we're slowly going to come all the way down. Looking towards one side, one ear on the mat. We're going to do some scapular retractions here. So I have my hands, they haven't moved. They are right where they were when I came down to my plank. So if you move them, just come on back. So my hands are kind of right at like armpit level. And I'm going to slowly lift them up and bring them back down. Up and back down. Up and back down. Up and back down. All right, let's look towards the other way. So other ear is on the mat. The same thing. Let's lift those hands and back down. Lift those hands and back down. Lift the hands and back down. Let's do one more. Lift them up and back down. Looking straight down. Forehead on the mat. Let's bring those hands to your side, palms facing up. Now we're going to lift, and that whole arm is going to come with us. So we're going to lift up and back down. Lift up and back down. Two more. Lift up and back down. And up and back down. Bring those arms back, those hands back to where they were. We're going to push ourselves back and through to tabletop. We're going to turn and face one direction so we can see. If I'm looking towards my left, I can see my left foot. So a little twist, a little side bend. And then the other way, same thing, looking towards my right foot with my right side of my body. I'm going to come back to the center. Let's do a couple bird dogs. And then guess what? It's almost time for us to end. Okay, so I'm going to pick the leg. I'm going to bring it back behind. I'm going to lift that leg up. My toes are pointed down. If my left leg is lifting, I'm going to lift my right arm. My thumb is pointed up. And I'm here. And I can stay here. Or I can come in and tap. And come back out. Come in and tap. And come back out. Two more. Come in and tap. And out. Come in and tap. And come on out. Make sure everything's nice and straight and high. And then drop it down. Alright, so I'm going to do my other leg. Bring it back. Lift that leg up. And then bring the opposite arm up. Thumb pointed up. We're up nice and high. We can stay here. Or we can tap. And come out. And tap. And come out. Tap. And come out. One more. Tap. And come up. Keep it nice and high. And then drop it down. Swing those legs in front, having a seat on your butt. Lifting up, making sure that you're actually on your butt and you're up nice and tall. We're at a nice 90-degree angle here as much as we can. Let's take our hand and put it on our opposite thigh. Bring this other hand right back by our tailbone and twist. Toes pointed up. Working on those hamstrings at the same time. Back to the center. And let's switch it out other side. Sitting up nice and tall. And come back to the center. And bring one knee in. Bring the other knee in. Scoot yourself down towards the end of your mat. And we are lying down on the ground for our Shavasana. We have about 2.5 minutes here. And we're all in class together in this pose. So relaxing as much as possible. Tucking those shoulder blades behind you. Palms up. To either receive wonder and enjoyment in life, or just at the very least is a nice neutral hand position and arm position. Let's wiggle those fingers and our toes. Let's bend those knees, bring those feet in. Drop those knees to one side and bring those knees in and give yourself a big hug. Use that tall arm to push yourself up to a seated position of your choice. We're going to drop that head, we're going to look all the way down. Then we're going to come up, we're going to turn and face one way. And come to the center and turn and face the other way. And come back. Thank you for doing yoga with me today. And remember, this is Fit Fest week, so there are a ton of different nutrition, recharging, connection, and movement pieces. So definitely take advantage of all the fun. I know tonight I'm going to be at game night at 5 o'clock. So if you want to join me for game night, definitely log on. All the information is on Slack, it's on Facebook, and it is on the Fast Stroke Fitness page. All right, have a great day. I'll see you later. Bye.